Hey, alright guys, we have here today another Banggood special. Oh, it is BetaFPV's new radio. Alright, comes in a simple package. This is what the box looks like. Specifications, features, information, blah blah blah. We're not gonna bore you with that. And no, there's really not much things in the box except for you get this BetaFPV card, which has a QR code, and then there's the instruction manual. That's about it. There's nothing else here. So anyways, what's up fam, Rahim here. I've known quite a number of people that want to get into FPV, but they know that it's quite a commitment, be it the financial or quite a steep learning curve. They've chosen the option that they want to slow crawl and probably like just get themselves a remote, a transmitter to train on through the sim and then move forward from there. But when I was starting out, this was the hot stuff at the time, the Taiwanese FR Sky 9XD Plus. One of the go-to transmitters, not only because it has 16 channels, it is using the FR Sky protocol, which is on most of my drones here. You can then also expand to an external module, like for myself I'm using Crossfire, and also you can link up to your PC or Mac for you to train on the simulator. But this thing is heavy, and also it costs 300 Sing dollars at that point of time, maybe cheaper now, but nonetheless it's still a steep commitment. Meanwhile, it's 2022 and this is what BetaFPV has to offer, coming in at 80 Sing dollars. Thank you to Banggood for sending me this piece to review. So I am not gonna bore you with every single specification of this. You can click on the link in the description for more info. But what I do want to tell you about this is that this is their version 3, right, of their LiteRadio, compared to their version 2, which has this kind of switches, which I kind of want to go away from because I'm used to my DJI FPV not having any switches, right? So I'm kind of getting used to all this, like I don't know what I want to call it, like push switches and buttons, so that at least I know if I were to ever drop the remote, then I'm not gonna break anything off from it. It is much more compact to a traditional RC controller, alright, much smaller. I would say easily like half the size, kinda about the same to a DJI FPV controller. They're going for that gamepad style of remote nowadays. It is really lightweight, right? You can feel the weight difference compared to the Taiwanese, where this I know I can hold for longer periods of time without fatigue. And there's also like a harness here for you to hook on your lanyard. Now this set specifically is running on the FR Sky protocol because, as I've mentioned, most of my drones are on FR Sky. So you can also choose the ELRS protocol, but I know that there's a module at the back here, so I'd rather like have FR Sky, and if I choose to like update my drones to ELRS, then I can just add on the module at the rear. By the way, the module is looking really handsome. You can go check that out also. It will fit seamlessly with this remote, and it's also in white. That's kind of like one more thing I should talk about later, and the controller being in white. Alright, that's enough talk. I'm gonna charge this fella up, put it through the sim, and let's give it a go. Do not power on the transmitter first and connect to PC. The USB port is invalid in this situation. Okay, forget it then. Alright guys, that was just a short rip on the sim, just for me to have a feel of the sticks, and so far I have to say that I could be flying for days. Now this controller has one of the best ergonomics that you will ever have. Okay, it's quite obvious that this transmitter was made for the thumbers, because like within your palm everything sits nicely, your thumbs will have adequate space, you can go all corners without much problem. Reach for your middle fingers are really easy. So as for myself, I'm actually a hybrid. I'm a thumber and a pincher at the same time. So I do notice that my indexes kind of sometimes get in the way, but I just adapt. Okay, it's a small matter for me, and as I mentioned, I feel that this transmitter is ideally for the thumbers out there. Now that brings me to another thing about this transmitter, is that there is actually this rubber coating kind of feel on the transmitter. There's this velvety feel, right? The grips are not rubber. This whole thing is actually plastic. Okay, I don't know what to call these two, but I'll just call them push buttons. They feel okay, alright, confident, click in, click out. But I can't say the same for the three-way switches here. right, they have kind of a stiction feeling going on, right? Maybe as I break in the transmitter a bit more, then they'll feel better, but right now it doesn't give me the confidence to play with the switches here. So since I'm on the top side, as you notice, there is no antenna here sticking out. Okay, I have not had a field test with this. I have not bound to any of my drones, but as I already mentioned, it's on a FrSky protocol, which is going to be running 100 milliwatts. To me, that's enough, but at the same time, I do know this is a light radio, meaning to say I don't intend to be using it for any kind of long range test or whatsoever, right? Like anywhere, like probably for my own use, I'd prefer anything ranging for about maybe up to 50 meters should be fine, and especially if I'm going to be using this for a bit of acro line of sight. So yeah, that is enough for me and my range needs. But not to worry about that, this transmitter is going to make an appearance in a future episode. Right now, I'd like to summarize about this transmitter is that it has good ergonomics, preferred for the thumber, less for the pinchers and the hybrids. The controls feel good and smooth, not Hall gimbal kind of smooth, but it does feel like a RC grade transmitter, not anything near like a toy. Let me summarize and answer this question. Is this gonna be your first transmitter? I'd say go for it. This is the best package that I've seen for this kind of price point, right? We are going away from that kind of traditional Taiwanese kind of design, and you have a much lighter package, easy to charge, ergonomically it feels good, the buttons feel good, not great, alright? Like I say, maybe it just needs a bit of breaking in. 8 channels, you can really attach a lot of your arming, your different acro or angle modes, then you want your turtle modes and any other stuff. For myself, the SIM that I'm using is Drone, and it connects to it with no issue at all. You then have the support of the BetaFPV app. Link it up, you can change your different protocols, be it you want the internal FrSky for myself, or I want to start using external, maybe ELRS, alright? Oh, and the best part that is, by stock, it comes with this rubber protectors, gimbal protectors, right? That it really makes it easier for your traveling. Or you're done, there's nothing sticking out from it, and you can just chuck it in your bag. But if there was one thing that I'd like to tell you that I hate about this, it's white, right? My transmitters have either been silver or grey, and I know out there's also black, but having a white transmitter, it's unique, clean look to it. But I know that you give it, don't need 1 month lah, just a few days or weeks of usage, and I will start seeing it yellow here and there, right? And that's unavoidable, but I guess it's just, it will need a higher maintenance. That's just about it. Give it a wipe and you're good to go. There may be a time that you will outgrow this and you'd want something better, so be it, alright? But as something for you to start off with, this is definitely a good package for the price deal, right? So anyways, if you are interested in getting one of these, click the link down in the description. It is an affiliate link. You, by purchasing it, will be helping me. And here's something I want to tell you. So I just got an update from the good guys at Banggood that from 23rd to 26th March, the price of this radio will be dropping to $55.99 US. They're having their spring deal sales right now. So what are you waiting for? Go to the description, click on the link, and don't forget to claim your shipping voucher. So anyways, that's gonna wrap up this episode. Now, if you've liked this review, do give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you are not already. Chat with me in the comment section. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Pilots, as always, I'll see you in the skies. Peace and